Oye, prepárate, 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 prepárate. Cógelo. Me voy pa' mi casa. Agua. Me voy pa' mi casa. Mira. Pero si tú quieres.
Hey, it's Brant 56, and I am in Havana, Cuba, in December 2019. Why is it Brant 56? Well, because my name is Brant and I was born in 1956, and I am spending my children's inheritance traveling around the world, writing a book while I'm doing it, and I'll tell you more about that at the end of this video. But for now, welcome to Havana. And I'm going to do my usual, which is just meander around, almost unprepared. I did a little bit of advanced planning this time because it's a little bit more complicated getting into Havana, but not too much so. I mean, I really got in pretty easily, and have been walking about for a few hours and having an absolutely lovely time, I might add. Yes, and I just think this city is fantastic. Everything I've seen so far, this is part of the old Spanish architecture here, Spanish fort. And just everywhere I go, I just see one amazing thing after another. It's fabulous. And I might add, I feel very safe. And the reason is because I am. I've asked quite a bit about it, and people who know say, for sure, you're very safe. So I wander around, you see these little kids and families. It's 7:30, still kind of early, but the life of Cuba and the Cuban people, magnificent. I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit with you in this video. All right, let's go. All right, before we get too far into this video, I want to give you the big picture of the city of Havana using this tattered paper map that was my trusty friend during my visit here. And you can see it's been all marked up and wrinkled, and I love it. But the first thing you'll want to know is that to the left is the sea, and this is the seawall. And then the city can generally be thought of in three sections, 1, 2, and 3. The top section is the Old Town. This is where most of the tourist attractions are, like the Capitol building and the Museum of the Revolution and the Art Museum. And there's lots of little bars and restaurants and cool little things to see. Great place to hang out at night. The middle section of the city, not too many tourist attractions, not as many services, but this is where my Airbnb was, and the distance from, say, the center of the center city to, say, the Capitol building is about a 10-minute walk. And then the bottom half, which is the post-revolutionary era, this is where you have a lot more of the modern buildings and so forth. There's almost no services that I could see down here, like restaurants or anything like that. The only tourist attraction that I know of was the Revolutionary Square. The distance from the Revolutionary Square all the way to the Spanish Fort is a good 45-minute walk, I would say, through the city. And the distance from here to, say, the seawall is probably a half an hour, I'd say. So you can kind of get some sense of how big the city is and how it's organized.
Me voy pa' mi casa. Me voy pa' mi casa. Igual si me llamas, yo voy pa' la tuya. Si tú me llamas, yo voy. Igual tú me llamas y voy pa' la tuya. Si tú lo quieres, yo te lo doy. Caminando, check it down. ¿Cómo te explico? Mamá, ¿qué será lo que quiere el negro? Tú lo sabes. Dame la comida, mamá.
I almost got flattened back there at a crosswalk because they actually don't have many crosswalks here. Take your chances. And reminded me of a song from the 70s about dead dog on the side of the road. Dead possum, I think it was. Dead possum on the side of the road. Roll up your windows and hold your nose. Old cars everywhere. Man, these guys know how to take care of things, I'll tell you what. Makes you think about the whole consumer economy, where you just throw shit away, you know? You don't repair it because you just can go down to Walmart or Sam's Club and buy a new one. Not here. But you don't see any auxiliary storage units here because nobody's going to store anything. They're going to use it. If it breaks, they fix it. That's why you see tucked into the little cubbies and stuff, you see these repair shops, guys running machines and, you know, repairing stuff. It's really, I think it's kind of cool. This is a Central Park right in the heart of town, and very clean. See a tiny bit of litter here, but not too much. No graffiti. Beautiful, beautiful buildings, palm trees. We got the requisite statue with the pigeon on its head, which is found in every European city. And up there, some kind of a nice restaurant with some umbrellas. Yeah, very, very nice. Very nice. My first crosswalk. I like Havana a lot and would love to be alive in 100 years after a couple of $1 billion have been sunk into it, because this city truly is the Paris of the Caribbean. I would love to have been here in, like, I don't know, 1955, or when I was born in 56, when all these old cars were being brought in all shiny and new, and all the buildings were new. Oh man, that would have been sweet. Coming up in part 2 of this video, I wax romantic over Havana's old buildings, suggest a gift of friendship we North Americans could give the Cubans, and visit Cuba's Museum of the Revolution, where I learned an alternate version of the so-called Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, an event that terrified me as a little kid, as it did the rest of the world. We came within a millimeter of nuclear annihilation back then. For decades afterward, the fear of split-second global man-made nuclear climate change dominated politics and the activism of generations. So be sure to check out part 2 of this 3-part video. Go Mobile is a production of Dance Past Sunset, my podcast and blog on ways older adults can enjoy peak life experiences well into and even past their sunset years. Go Mobile is for people like me who are culturally curious, environmentally sensitive, and on a budget. So if you like to travel like I do, then subscribe to this channel and keep an eye out for related news on my Facebook page, Dance Past Sunset, or at dancepastsunset.com. And thanks for watching.